Coming to you live on www.kgosiefm.co.za. Coming to you again on www.holdings.co.za/KgosiFM/. This is the Kgosietsile on the live show, man. Coming to you live on Monday, the 2nd of September 2024. Coming to you live from Kgosi FM studios right here on Westview, Danville, man. Pretoria West. My name is Segongane. Welcome again to the beautiful show on Monday, where we talk today local news again. As you know, what 60 haina kwedi efitang kosna any other news. Every now and then there's always news in this world. But then this time is the one it's been a plague and it's been a serious thing. More 60 that we always have each and every month. Power outage, cable theft, you name them. Yeah, so Bon, I know that you were surprised to hear that there's a new theme song now. There is a new theme song. Listen. Don't be surprised, man. That song simply means a prayer for rain. We are praying for the rain of blessings on World 60 every single day. So that is going to be our new theme song from now on going forward. Yeah, I love the intro with theme, but it's been done for too long. So I'm going to put this one in. It's going to be our theme song from now on Kgosi, the Kgosi on live show every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And as I said to you last time, I did announce that Kgosi FM is going to launch the Kgosi FM, entrepreneur business corner every Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, I should be starting with my first businesses, but I'm going to put a poster tonight that you guys can see for yourself. So if you have a business in Ward 60, contact me on 064-548-776 or at info@kgosiefm.co.za. Send me your email on tell me what kind of business you have. Are you interested in being part of the business discussions, business interviews that I'll be conducting every Wednesday in this station from 7:30 to 9:30. So every entrepreneur in this world and beyond this world, if you want to be part of Kgosi FM growing business, please join me on this coming Wednesday. I should be starting with my new ones, but I'll obviously put a poster on tomorrow that's going to show you that we are now having business that are going to come here. So I need 4 businesses each and every day, each and every Wednesday, 4 of them. That means 30 minutes each for your business. You talk about your business and tell us who you are, what do you do, what do you sell, what do you manufacture, where you're based. It's one big advertisement that I'm giving it to you for 30 whole minutes. Kllr FM, other radio stations, they charge only 50. They give you only 15 minutes for you to be able to come and interview on your business. I'm giving you 30 minutes. It's a long time. So, and we only charge you $150, 150 rands only for you to come and sit here and talk to us and tell us about your business. Already, I've got 3 that are very much keen. Like they've been calling me and asking me, Kgosi, man, when are you starting? So, probably I'm going to start with them this coming Wednesday. But Luana, if you want to be part of that as ongoing, contact us on 064-548-7176. Yeah, the number is still 064-548-7176. Man, gonna be today, part of today's topic. 064-548-7176. As you know, this is your station, radio station, man. The local based Kgosi FM right here in number 702 in Westview, Danville, coming to you live on www.kgosiefm.co.za and www.holdings.co.za /Kgosi FM /. Yeah. Today we are talking about one thing, but before we can go there, we are going first to our advertisement, and then we will be able to continue with our show. Please, man, today I don't want more SMSs. I want voice notes. Today we are talking about cable theft that we always have in this world, and at the end of the day, it's here for such a long time, and then we stay up to 10 plus hours without electricity. And when electricity comes, some parts will have, some parts won't have. Now we have our own local load shedding, where the council will tell us, listen, we're going to do load shedding now. It's only fair that other parts who didn't have electricity for too long, they must have, and then the others who have been having ever since the beginning of this outage must don't have. And then some people was crying in all the other WhatsApp groups that, we're just just been cooking and blah, blah, blah. And then here I am, we are now in the dark again. And then this cable gets taken around 2 o'clock in the mornings all the time. 2 o'clock in the morning, the cable goes, and then we don't know what time they start and then what time, because the electricity gets cut off at 2 in the morning. So what time do they start and how long do they take? So let's talk right after this advert. This show is brought to you by Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Yeah, that is our sponsor, Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They're right here in number 70 in Westview, Danville, Pretoria West. You contact them on that number 064 548 7176. Remember, they don't take medical aid yet. They only take cash for all the consultations, and the medication is separate. So even after this, and if you want to be part of the advertisement team of Kgosi FM, contact me on the same number 064 548 7176. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier when we started the show, the gentlemen, ladies, and welcome again. Thank you so much for taking your time and your day to come and talk to me today about this thing of cable theft that is plaguing this community, that is plaguing Ward 60. There's only two communities that I know that are close to each other. Is Jalapeng community together with this one at the back here, Capital View and Old Lotus and Manhattan, that don't have load shedding. Like when we used to have load shedding, we didn't have load shedding on those parts. And they are the communities and this one that are being plagued by this thing of cable theft. So the question is, where does it come from? Where does it come from? Who's stealing the cable and why? Tell me, talk to me. This is your time now. Not global sleep. I'm going to say March, but you're also going to be telling me, okay, Kgosi, we suspect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we think this person or this people or that person is maybe might be involved, allegedly. Don't forget to put the word allegedly at the back, please. Because again, you don't have facts yet. So we don't want someone to sue us, take us to court and say, yeah, you said on your show that I did this. And allegedly, you are doing this. Allegedly, you are benefiting from this. Allegedly, and then so you can be able to have a very beautiful, productive show today because this really speaks to us. So let me just give a background. Ever since I came, even before when I came to stay here in the first place, there wasn't that much of cable theft in Ward 60. This thing started now recently. It didn't start way back because I was staying in this place here where I'm broadcasting from now for ever since 2004. Yeah, 2004, 2005, I remember. I was staying here when Westview was still being built. Like I've always been telling you my history, so where I come from. There was never a cable theft. There was never an outage except when load shedding started a few years after that. And this thing of cable theft started recently now. I don't know which year exactly, but those who know, please let me know on 064 548 7176, and you can be able to help each other about people what this one. So, and every time there's the same story, same place, maybe different lengths. This time around, it was 20 meters of a whole huge cable that the councillor told us that the one we were supposed to replace. The reason why we were in the dark for many hours is because the depot here didn't have that much cable, which is 20 meters, and then they had to source one from the depot in Centurion, but there was no crane to put that thing on the truck. So I don't know which was not there, the crane or the truck with a crane. So either one. yeah, either one. So none of those were available. But then the question came in one of the WhatsApp groups: how did the thieves be able to uplift the 20-meter one that we have to stay for the whole day without getting a replacement because there was no crane to pick up one from the depot and put it on a truck and it gets delivered here and we get connected as early as possible? So how did the thieves, who are using their bare hands, not using any excavator, I hope, not using, and the question is, are they using excavators actually? Did you see the trench that is being dug there? That can be done by human hands. Hey? That can be done by human hands. Somebody is doing something very nice in this world. Somebody is borrowing them an excavator, that caterpillar thing, to caterpillar that place, because that is not the work of a pick and axe and a shovel. I don't know. That is just me allegedly thinking out loud. So let me know what 60 or 64 548 776, what do you think about this thing? Because it's two things. How did they be able to dig it out with their picks and axes? Because here we're trying to see if this is an inside job, right? If this is an inside job, if somebody is busy helping these people, somebody in very high position is busy helping these people, and you don't know if it's the municipality or what, but I'm going to play what the councillor said. I think the second last update before the cable was connected, he said something, and then I'm going to play what he said, and then we can analyze that as well. But the question still remains, how did they be able to dig out that 20-meter cable? Where there was no crane and where there was no truck. How did they be able to do that? If now, when we have to stay here in the dark, and the only explanation we get from our councillor, that party, is like, no, we took longer because there was no crane to lift the 20-meter that the thieves took out by hand, allegedly. And then where did they put it in a little buggy? I don't know. So talk to me. 064 548 7976. Let me play what councillor said first, and then send it to me, those WhatsApps, please. And try, if you can, do a voice note. I know you are scared because he might be, you might be threatened by what, but come on, be brave. This is Kgosi FM, your only choice of radio, coming to you live on www.kgosiefm.co.za and at www.holdings.co.za/Kgosi FM/. Right here, let me just play what the councillor said. Take a listen.
Good afternoon, resident of 160. The councillor of 160. I'm currently on site. As you can see, they are currently putting a trench. And I've been informed ever since I've arrived on site that the cable that was stolen is about 20 meters. And they've managed to get the material from Centurion depot, as our depot has no material. The reason why they took long is because there was no machine to load the cables at Centurion, hence they took time, and I did provide that feedback to the community portal. But however, I have said this in council to the MMC Fosi that in your report of energy, I didn't hear you mentioning anything about the issues of cable theft. And it's a problem because it seems as if the city is too relaxed. And as per community, they are thinking that the city is involved in a cable theft. But I cannot speculate on that as I don't have any facts and I cannot accuse anyone. But I will request the community to assist me to write a petition to the city to ensure that this plan must be speedified and to ensure that the community of 160 get service they pay for and the service they deserve. We have submitted a request that this cable be taken into the Pretoria West Hospital. That way no one will steal this cable. The hospital has also approved the plan that it can do that. We are currently waiting for a budget. But this petition will assist to ensure that we get a budget urgently to move the cable from the mountain to the Pretoria West Hospital up until the Tunnel Hospital. Thank you very much. I'll give you an update again in an hour's time.
Yeah, that was the Council of the Ward, Mr. Mpati, giving us the update about the cable. So more and more, I've noticed some, I've done some notes a little bit. The cable, first of all, it was 20 meters. And then the reason why it took so long is because they did not have a replacement here in the local depot in Tshwane, in Pretoria City, and they had to source one from the Tshwane depot, which is in Centurion depot, sorry. And then it took longer because there was no machinery or crane, obviously, to pick it up and put on top of a truck, because it's a long, and that's supposed to be a big cable. It's not like this one here. That's a big cable, so it could not do that. So, and then he himself said he has actually raised this issue with Councillor Fosi in the municipality, in the council, that in his speech or whatever, he did not mention the crisis that Ward 60 is having. My question to him is that, was it the first time you highlighted him on this thing? Yes or no? And then I get that up point is that, and then he says he told MMC that the thing is, what 60 people will think that the city is involved. I don't know how the city involved in what way. Is city involved in this cable? Maybe somebody in the city or in the city council or amongst all the other people that are in the council, they are involved in the cable theft or what. I don't know what he meant when he said. What do you think? What he meant? Hari, maybe the city is involved. And then number 3, he wants us to write the petition as the residents of 460 petition that will ask the city to come and dig the remaining cable and make it go through the hospital, which is Pretoria West Hospital, which the hospital has approved of that plan already, so that the thieves can enter into the hospital to steal the cable. Obviously, there's security, there's gates, there's a little there's a fence there, so they can't really do that. So I don't know, what do you think about that? So you tell me, Jorelena, how far is the petition? Is the petition already been done? Were you ever given or directed to where the petition is? How does it look? How does it get circulated? Have we already started signing that petition that will request the city to move the cable through the Pretoria West Hospital, that it must move from the mountain and come down here? So remember, what I said to you was the question is 1, 20-meter crane, 20-meter cable was able to be dug by thieves. We don't know how long they took. We don't know when did they start, and why were they not being seen by anybody? And the second question, how did they load it into whatever they came with? Did they have a crane that was used to lift up that thing and put it on top of the thing? We do not know about that. So I'm going to go to the WhatsApps now. I want to talk to Calvin. Calvin, yes. So last week you waited for the cable that was in Centurion. The cable had to be loaded using a crane into the truck coming to Danville. Now the question is, if the cable needs a crane, how are these people able to take the cable and run with it so fast? Yet same time the power goes off. We're already there. Where is the cable really going? Name. We're there, and then the second commentary. We're at the meeting with the MMC last. Both Chris were there, and the councillor didn't like it that we were meeting without him. Okay, so like Calvin says, they once had a meeting with MMC4C. Chris was there as well. So Chris, please, if you are listening, let me know and collaborate what Calvin is saying. That the MMC was there, and the councillor didn't like that meeting that you guys had with the MMC because he was not there. So if somebody who would like with more information, please let me know on 064-548-776. Send me a message or send me a WhatsApp, and send me a voice note, or let me call you and then tell me what really transpired in that time. So what was the meeting about? Calvin, was the meeting about the cable, or what was the meeting all about? And when was that meeting held as well? He continued by saying the cable is being stolen because the very same contractors live where the cable must go everywhere. In informal settlements, you find the cable nicely giving them electricity connected by the same contractors. But mind you, Kgosi, same time electricity goes, we are there. So same time the electricity goes, we are there. So how in the world are they able to run away with the cable so fast really now? If it is like it's in a little buggy, which direction is the buggy going? Surely not the tunnel, and surely not the top of the tunnel. All right, Calvino is on fire today, and he continues saying, something's really off here. That suggestion to move the cable inside the Pretoria hospital was between us and the MMC 4C. He was on that suggested that it goes inside the hospital. He also wanted the place flattened so that the metro cars can go and check if the cables. To go check on the cables, but MMC was blocked by him. So I assume by him you mean the councillor himself. But then in his voice note, the councillor said he is the one who told MMC 4C, suggested to him that, listen, the cable must run through Pretoria West. But if you're saying that already you guys had a meeting with him that he didn't like to have, Calvin, if I'm not mistaken, and then who's telling the truth, who's lying and who's not lying? So I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Okay. So he must not come here and act as if he is, as if all this is suddenly in his idea. The petition of plans was made and he blocked them. Ahman. Okay. So. Okay, two things I want to get through there. So the petition was already suggested, as you're saying, Calvin, and the councillor blocked it and said no. And his reasons he didn't, I don't know what his reasons are. And the cable thing was also suggested, and he still said no. So now, why now is he saying it as if it's his idea? Okay. Why now is he making it as if it was his? Because he says so in the voice note, right? He said he was the one who told the MMC that, listen, we need to have a petition. Oh, he said, I'm urging this 60 for the petition to be done by us. But the very same petition he blocked before. Okay, I don't know. Is there smoke? Is there fire? You tell me. 064 548 7976. And we continue with Calvin again. He said, we were there with the directors for electricity. Yes, the meeting was about the very same cable. We had plans and he himself blocked the plans. Now he makes a video that we, the MMC, is involved. How absurd. No, please, we were there. No, please, we were there. This is more than 3 months ago. We wanted to solve this issue together with the directors. Not the petition, but going to speak with hospital management to actually move the cable inside the hospital. This guy's a true politician. Lie. Yes, Kgosi FM. The cable theft, which has been experienced in Ward 60 over the past few months, and this cable gets stolen almost every month end. Somebody was saying to me, and she was saying to me on WhatsApp, saying, listen, Kgosi, haven't you seen that, how funny is the coincidence that every time there's a council meeting, month end already, the cable gets stolen? Coincidence? We don't know. Yeah. Allegedly speculating. Let's continue. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Tell me, does Calvin have facts? Is Calvin right? Is Calvin wrong? Unfortunately, I could not get a Councillor Fusi. I've sent him the poster, and I did send him a voice and ask him to be part of the show today, but then I believe that he's busy with other things. So I wanted him to tell me directly what's going on, because truth be told, whenever we talk to the councillor will always say he doesn't know something, or the councillor will say, you must talk to this, he called this. And then so I rather wanted to go to the man himself and ask him, Emren, what is going on with this cable theft? Because many people, things get damaged. I had to replace 3 motors on my fridge here in the clinic, because every time electricity goes, it comes back, boom. You understand? It breaks up it burns the motor. I had to buy 3 motors. Now, whenever electricity goes, I have to rush. Sometimes I'm home because it gets off by 2. I have to rush here so I can be able to switch off the fridges, that when electricity comes back, it doesn't burn my stuff. So it's frustrating to me as well. You know, as a business person here in Danville, it frustrates me too that we have to go through this each and every single now and then. So this is your platform today, to talk and voice your opinions and voice your frustrations on www.kgosiefm.co.za or WhatsApp 064 548 7976. I will Chris Okay, I once signed the councillor petition as it was not his idea. It was MMC that came and the councillor threw his toys out on the act. Can I please send a voice? Yes, please, you can send a voice note. Please, I actually appreciate voice notes now. Please send one, Morenaka, and I'll play it right now on Kgosi FM, on www.kgosietsile.co.za. Because today is the time for us as Ward 60 residents to talk. Do not keep quiet. You know, the thing that divides and that defeats the community is that only one voices are the only ones who are always vocal, and whereas other people are only vocal on WhatsApp, but when it comes to things like this to talk live and put our voices out there, they are quiet. And doesn't help now putting yourself on the block for a bunch of people that cannot support you at the end of the day. You understand? So everybody, please, you're 60, like you're 2 men. I don't expect to hear only Chris and Calvin talking. I'm expecting to hear everybody who's tuned in now and who saw the poster and who we spoke to last week saying we're going to do this show today to be able to give their opinion as well, because this is time that we stand up as a community. That is why many things get damaged in this community, because one, whenever there's an uproar, same people are the ones who are standing up and talking too much and saying this is that, but other people are just quiet. So let's hear what Chris say on his voice note. Send again, Chris. He didn't go through that one. Let's continue. Let me see who else has sent us. Who sent answers? Okay, let's go back to Calvin. Calvin says he refused the MMC coming with flattening equipment to make sure the Metro Police, the Metro patrols the place that was blocked, sir. The councillor never knows anything, haven't you realized? Go make a claim, municipality Morena. Yeah. All right. So he refused the Metro. I don't know if so MMC 4C came with two things, when Calvin, like you're saying. He came with to flatten the place so that the metropolis can go up there. The councillor refused. He came with the petition thing. The councillor refused. He came with the hospital plan. The councillor refused. Those three things. But today our councillor has just spoken. I'm going to play his voice note. Maybe I can just remind you guys. He said he himself told the MMC that, Emren, you yourself didn't mention the crisis in Ward 60. That you're having a serious crisis. That's our caring councillor. You are having a serious crisis. The people of Ward 60 will start believing that this city itself is involved in this cable theft. Somebody's getting kickbacks from this cable theft. And then he himself said, I'm asking you residents of Ward 60 that please let's do a petition that will make this cable go through Pretoria West Hospital. All those things the councillor are going to do. Two people who were there, two witnesses who were there. He refused it when MMC 4C first said it in the first place. He can call me 064-548-776 and tell me if yes, he refused this thing or not. Yeah. So let's go to Calvin. Yeah, let's go to Chris and hear what Chris has to say. Take a listen.
Kgosi, the day that we had the meeting by the sub there by the hospital, the MMC came out, Calvin was there, Marianne was there, I was there. When the MMC, Fosi, wanted to speak, the councillor threw his toys at the cot and turned around and said he's been undermined and that the MMC may not be doing this. The MMC was the one that went walking all the way along the route where that cable is, and he had the guys from the electricity department that were there, and they were discussing different ways. And when we had that discussion, Marianne made a suggestion that the lights by the substation be fixed. The MMC has made sure this has happened. As far as the councillor and his message that he sent over the group, I don't even know why he's trying to attack MMC Fosi, because MMC Fosi is not the MMC in charge of safety and security. MMC Grundy Tennyson is. So I don't know why the MMC is suddenly trying to throw a feud about one of the MMCs that are actually trying to help us.
All right, yeah, that was Chris's nose voice. No, did the councillor refuse this development from the beginning and now he's trying to take credit for it? Yes or no? Talk to me, 064 548 7976. Let's do this. Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Tell me. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's the way of politicians to do things in a sense of not speaking the truth, or is it the way of politicians, to make empty promises, or is it politicians' thing that they must be seen to be doing something? It's three things, I don't understand that. Because first and foremost, if somebody came with a suggestion that, listen, I want us to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you say no. Okay, and then you say you're being undermined as the ward councillor. What was the reason? Was it because the MMC came to sort your mess, which is here in your ward, or he came to sort out your ward without you knowing? Did you not know that somebody higher up to you is coming over, or how does this work? Isn't the MMC above the councillor? Guys, help me, because I'm not a politician. I don't know. So tell me, isn't the MMC above the councillor so he can come to a place and try to help out if help cannot be done? So somebody please tell us now on 064 548 776. So I don't understand, why would the ward councillor be angry if somebody from his own council comes down here to try to sort a mess that he himself is in? That the resident of his own people are going through something. So I want to understand that. You guys help me out. Tell me, how is this? How does it work? How does it work? Let me go to Chris again.
Also, I'd like to add, Kgosi, I'd like to add that when they were discussing in putting the aluminium cables in to try and curb the cable theft, the councillor kept saying it wasn't the cables that had to be replaced, it was the substation that had to be upgraded. Because he said if the power didn't trip so much, the people wouldn't be stealing the cable. Well, to logic and to knowledge, people actually do steal cables while the power is on. They have their ways of shorting it out. So, yeah, I don't see where that's going to help.
Yeah, okay. So let's recap, because it seems like it's a lot of things. Let's recap again. One, MMC 4C comes down to suggest that the place where the thing is, where the cable goes over the mountain, must be flattened so that the Metro Police cars can be able to go up there and patrol, making sure that no one can cut the cable. One, the councillor said no. Number two, the MMC said, let's have a petition that we are going to suggest that the cable go through Pretoria West Hospital. The councillor said no. That time, right? 3 months ago almost. So number three, MMC 4C suggested what Chris just said to us now, that they must change the cable from copper to aluminium. And the very councillor said, no, it's not about the cable. Right? Let me play Chris again. Just want to understand one thing. Let me just play him again.
Also, I'd like to add, Kgosi, I'd like to add that when they were discussing in putting the aluminium cables in to try and curb the cable theft, the councillor kept saying it wasn't the cables that had to be replaced, it was the substation that had to be upgraded. Because he said if the power didn't trip so much, the people wouldn't be stealing the cable. Well, to logic and to knowledge, people actually do steal cables while the power is on. They have their ways of shorting it out. So, yeah, I don't see where that's going to help.
All right. So, keep quiet. So he refused the cables to be changed from copper to aluminium, so to defer people from stealing that, because copper, we know that it's sold on the black market and it's very expensive apparently, or very valuable. So he refused all the interventions that the MMC tried to put in. What does that mean? Can somebody maybe highlight me a little bit? Tell me. What does it mean that if an MMC who's, I suppose, should be above you, should be your boss in a way, because you're a councillor and he's in the council. Like, okay, isn't the same? Okay, let me just put it. The mayor and the minister, who's above? It's the minister that who's above, right? Tell me. The mayor of the city, if the minister comes, and can the mayor chase the minister away and say, no, you can't come to my city because you didn't announce yourself, you didn't tell that you're coming, so get out. Can the minister do that? If he can, that means that's why the councillor can say to the MMC, go, because you didn't come here. Can the mayor refuse development or suggestion that comes with the councillor, with the minister? How does it work? Tell me, somebody, please. 064 548 7176. Hear what Calvin says. 064 548 7176. Or then he says to me, yeah. Okay, that's why he refused. He wanted to come out as a hero who came with a solution, yet it wasn't him. The EXCO members of Danville Extension 5 were there, as well as we have a lot of people who can corroborate their claims. ANC members always refuse advice. Only the latter went to implement them as if it's their own ideas. That's why nothing is working, sir. These councillors think all their people, we are all their people and want to dictate terms. Is that true? Do you agree with Calvin? Remember, today we're trying to find solutions, to what's happening to this world, because we are suffering. I've seen a lot of WhatsApps this weekend, honey. It's not nice to stay 8 hours to 10 hours without electricity because somebody's busy chowing the money and Jamanati. Yeah. Let's see the other one. Greetings, Kgosi FM. We never had any cable theft in Danville until this guy, who's not even a resident of Danville, become councillor anonymous. Is it true? Is it true? So when did he become councillor again? Somebody remind me? 2018 or what? 2020? Which year? So we start having this thing after that. So someone remind me, please, which year did Councillor Mpati become councillor? Yeah. Could Chris Yaring?
Kgosi, I'd also like to add in there that the MMC Fusi was actually prepared to bring a bulldozer at his own costs to try and clear open the area, to try and make it easier for Metro to patrol there, which there were complaints put, so he couldn't do it.
Okay, complaints. Who was complaining, Chris? Which complaints were put in so that and then that blocked the MMC from doing that? Oh yeah, the one link. Let me give them the link quickly. There we go, Mamzo. Another one quickly. Okay. So, you forgot about our show, eh? Today we're talking about what's really bugging about 60 man. This is Kgosi FM coming to you live on www.kgosiefm.co.za and www.segonganeholdings.co.za/Kgosi FM/. The time is just 12 minutes after 8. We'll be here until 9, man. Let's discuss the topic, the cable theft. So the question is, who is stealing this cable and who's benefiting? And I still want to come to this point of saying, the reason why we were in darkness, or darkness, so to speak, for all those hours was because there was no cable here to replace this one in the Tshwane depot, and then they had to go source one from the Centurion depot. But the problem is they didn't have a crane. Maybe if they had a crane around 3 in the morning, they could have come with it and put it on, or maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. But then we had to stand till late this time because there was no crane to take it from Centurion to here. So the question is, how did the thieves, that steals this 20-meter cable were able to dig it out, one, were able to carry it without being seen, without being detected by anybody? Who's helping them? Talk to me. 064 548 7176. Talk to me. 064 7176. But remember, I asked the question that when did Councillor Mpati become a councillor here? 2018 or 2020? I'm not sure. 2019. Yeah, because one of the anonymous of Kgosi FM says, Christians Kgosi FM, we never had any cable theft in Danville until this guy who was not even part of the residents of Danville became a councillor. Anonymous. Yeah. So tell me, when exactly was that year when Anonymous, please? Thank you so much. Let me go back to Chris again before I go to Calvin.
I would take it it's the same person that when we were having the meeting by the power station said he was going to report the MMC.
Hey? Okay, let me go back there again.
I would take it it's the same person that when we were having the meeting by the power station said he was going to report the MMC.
He's going to report MMC to who? What, the chief whip? And report what? Oh, listen, MMC went out there and he tries to solve people's problems. Is that how reporting works nowadays in politics? Someone help me, come. Because I can't understand, no worry. If somebody is doing something good, why would he be reported? And to who? And who's going to take that report and say, yes, you are right. This person was wrong for helping people because they've been having cable theft each and every single month. Up to so far. Every month, there's always a cable theft in like in 60. We might even have one now again, like in August. One in September. Until December, all the time, every time, cable is stolen. Then how in God's name that somebody comes and says, I'm going to report you for being in the ward to sort out the mess that the city is finding themselves in? Okay. Arbon. Let's go to this one. This is you understand me in. Anonymous. In English says there's something is fishy, something is smelling, something somewhere somehow is smelling. Yeah. Then I'm asking when Anonymous, sorry, how is it happening? How is it like? How does people come and take 20 meters? Like, what time did they start digging that hole? Because have you seen those videos? That is the trench that can only be made by an excavator. That caterpillar thingy. Yes. That's not the work of few men who can come with their picks and shovels and they dig a hole for 20 meters. How did they cut their cable? Because it has to be cut, right? Like cut. Clip. How do they do that? Hey, how do they do? Let me see here what Calvin says. Oh, what's the other? All right. Okay. Remember, once they do, they can put their family members and friends to have tenders. We had a solution, he blocked it. We will have sorted out this mess a long time ago. We would have sorted this issue in 2 weeks. We had an execution plan. Let me show you a practical example of stupidity. We have 10 Metro Police vans guarding illegal Wendy's. We have always been told that there is no budget, not even one. One van can be stationed to guard the cable critical infrastructure. Pure stupidity at its best. Yeah, we have 10 vans now on the illegal settlement up there in the mountain that are guarding that place there, and not even one. I asked the Metro man himself in one of the meetings that we had, committee meetings. I asked him, are we going to have a van that will patrol this main road here, the Strachen main road, because of the bridge and whatnot? And he says, this gentleman wants his own personal Metro Police to patrol. I'm saying, can there be a van that will just maybe be stationed at Church Street, that when people come and walk up the bridge? I was a victim myself of being attacked on that bridge way back. I've got 2 scars on my head from a gun, the barrel of a gun. People tend to rob me and I fought them off and they ran when the cars came. So it is very easy and logical and just pure natural to ask that, okay, much as now we have Metro Police, can one of them leave that place and just patrol what 60 Westview, all this, and just maybe go up the bridge and stop right there, somewhere where they know that crime is rife? Or one of them just go up the mountain and stay there and just flash their blue lights. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. 064 548 7176. That's our WhatsApp number, 064 548 7176. Send us one voice note too. I would like to have voice notes, please. Please, if you can maybe able to make a voice note like Chris, make voice notes. Let us hear your opinion in your voices. Don't be scared, man. Can't be scared by let's habori, but I'm not kidding now, or they'll be what. Okay. Councillor from Anonymous, our councillor and the caterpillar are immediately on site to do TikTok. It is like he's part of the thieves or knew in advance. Allegedly. Is it allegedly is the fact? Because what he says, Councillor and the Caterpillar are immediately on site to do a TikTok video where he's always telling us that, oh, what 60 residents, this is your council and party speaking, and as you can see on site, and this and that. You know, the thing is, let me tell you my own personal feeling. When I first started knowing who the councillor here was when I saw one of these videos, and I actually applauded the man. I did. I applauded him. Like, this guy, he's really hands-on. And people was like, no, man, because I didn't know him, remember? Not just, I didn't know him and that much, because before I opened the station, I wasn't much into who's what and who's doing what, But then since you are now in the news and you're all over the place, so we're like, okay, now we want to know who's who. And then I invited him to come to the station the first time, and he was here, and I saw a very humble man, and I liked him from that as well. And he was the first council interviews that we had live in studio, and he came very alien. I was like, wow, this man actually, he does really, is hands-on. And I respected him. I still respect him today. Because of his update that he keeps on giving whenever there's this crisis that we're having, 60. So, Anonymous, is it, like, are you saying where smoke there's fire, brother? My brother or sister? I don't know. I can't get yeah. Councillor and the Caterpillar are immediately on site to do a TikTok. It's like he's part of the thieves, or no in advance, Anonymous. Because I don't understand, man. Okay, let me just ask a question again. Like, I've seen and I've looked into those trenches. Those things are deep. Like I said, they're not made by a simple pickaxe and some shovels. And for you to steal a 20-meter cable, you should be working there very long time if you're doing a manual thing. If there's no excavated place there, And then whenever we get these updates, to be honest, is when already the Tshwane people are there. Where maybe that's where Anonymous comes with a fire, this smoke somewhere. All right, everybody. Okay, let me go to this one. We have irresponsible councillor Pagati, and let us not shy away from it. Why is he not requesting more security? That's point number one. There's a lot of Tshwane security guards on the ground going up and down doing nothing. Yeah, my question as well can be like, why isn't there a concrete thing being done? Like every month for years, same thing happens, same spot, almost same time, because it goes at 2 o'clock. People look up, there's no electricity. Those will be awake will know that there's no electricity. Now the question is, why couldn't the council of the ward, much as he can be able to approach the MMC and tell him how much he wants this to be sorted out, and then if he doesn't do that, it would look like he's part of the syndicate. Why hasn't he requested such a thing as when this whole thing started? Like, there must be extra security, there must be extra patrols, there must be patrols up there must be Metro Police being stationed there full time. And how far is it from the Metro Police there and the fire station to the place where the cable's always been stolen? Is it that far that they can't even walk up with dogs maybe or something? You need a car to go up there and set up as a Metro Police? What is it? Someone maybe tell me something here. Hey, 060 064 548 7976. Let me go to this other one. Okay, we never had cable theft until our councillor is elected. When was that? I asked the question. When was this councillor elected? 2018 or 19? I forgot. I knew, but I forgot. But he's also benefiting from that. Is it allegedly when Anonymous or what? Is it allegedly? Is it alleged that he's benefiting from this? Yeah, tell me. Because remember, let's be careful. With this one, only be careful. Always put allegedly behind your statement, because I don't want people to be sued because of what you're saying in Kgosi FM. But if it's a fact, it's a fact. You can prove it. We'll gladly want to have that proof. All right. Let me go. Voice notes, please. Let's try to make voice. Let's make this wonderful. Let's make this nice, and then with voice notes it's more interactive. Where I can hear your voice. I know that you are frustrated enough. voice notes. 064 548 7176. Let me go to this new voice note. If I go to Chris, it says
it's only 5 minutes from the, what do you call it, from our station to Metropolis office. Only 5 minutes. If you drive a car, it's only 5 minutes. It's not that far. And I think maybe after the land grabbing, after we've done land grabbing, those metro who will be guarding the land, they can also go and guard at that fire station so that cable theft cannot happen anymore.
so they can walk up. It's 5 minutes only from the fire station to there. Are they involved? Do you think they're involved? Do you think some of them are benefiting from this? You know, do they even stay in Ward 60? Do they know how we're suffering here? Because if it's only 5 minutes, why can't they just walk up there? They are police. They are trained to be in hostile situations. They've got guns. We don't have guns. Or should the community make their own security so that they can guard where the cable's always been stolen? That is the question that somebody like Councillor Nampati must answer and tell us. And tell us, or okay, Rona, as the Metropolis, we can do that. So can I take Chris's company, capacitate it, and then it goes up there? Can we, do you need to go as residents of 060, need to go and get firearms training that we can be able to buy guns and go and station ourselves where that cable is? Should we as cable, as 060 residents, come up with money? Hey, hire ADT, tell them to put up a fence up there or to put whatever structure to put their guards there with their guns. Should we do that? That's the question. Again, Arbon, who else hasn't come in yet? Let me just see, because I don't want to repeat the same people. Yeah, okay, let me go to what Chris is saying. All right.
Kgosi, I'd also like to say this. I know it's a little bit off the cable theft thing, but it also has to do with the cable theft. If you look at our CPF from 2019, you can ask the community, I know they're listening right now, ask them from 2019, have they seen the CPF? From 2019, before 2019, we had a fantastic CPF in our area. From 2019, what happened? Our CPF was basically destroyed, all right? I know I fought a long battle with it, which I was fighting against a brick wall, because the constitution of the CPF stipulates very clearly that no political party's seat holder may be an executive in our CPF. Yet, from 2019, a certain political party had the chairperson as of the CPF, and now again with the newly elected, we have the chairperson of that political party that is also in the executives and in the mother body. You're killing our CPF. By killing our CPF, you're killing the patrols. By killing the patrols, we're allowing the crime to carry on going.
Okay, so 2019, CPF gone. You know, I asked the question actually. I remember when I had Jabu Kgosi here with when he was still chairperson of the CPF. I don't know, around maybe I think what 60 himself. Yeah, I asked him, why haven't I seen you guys on the streets? Why haven't I seen you guys patrolling? Because I would expect if they say CPF around here with all this beautiful uniform you're putting on, I will see you from the bridge, especially the bridge. You know, you will be patrolling there, going up and doing this. I haven't seen that. So, what happened? So now Chris is saying the CPF was destroyed in 2019. Was it when the councillor gets elected or what? Or is it after he was elected that he destroyed the CPF? Because obviously, if and then they like this, and I believe, and I would assume that what you call that political party is the ANC that now has today in the mother body, it has the chairperson in there who is from the ANC. I don't know. Somebody help me. Let me hear what Chris said.
And I'd like to add, when this complaint that the Constitution stipulates no political party seated can actually be a member of the CPF. That's what the Constitution says. They said that they have applied to change that part of the Constitution. Problem being is, it's never been amended, and they're already running it as if it has been amended, and that's since 2019. That was also a question that I asked about putting security in there to patrol up and down there instead of the cable theft unit, because the cable theft unit's never there. And it was told to me that there's no budget for it. Now here comes my question. There's a budget for a security company to watch a land invasion that does nothing, but they get paid to do nothing, but they can't get a budget for the cable theft for a security company. Kgosi, as to what we have learned already with the land grabs, even if the community had to go there with firearms, it's only going to cause trouble for them, because the people that are stealing the cables will go and say you pointed a firearm at them. If a security company isn't even allowed to step in, then you know where we're sitting. You know, I didn't even pull a firearm, and they said I did. So there you go.
Aye, all right. Come to you on www.kgosiefm.co.za. Come to you live again on www.soundholdings.co.za/KgosiFM/. So is the CPF dead in this community? That's why now there's no patrols. Was there ever patrols before, and then now it's gone because somebody destroyed the CPF? Is it why? The reason why? Was this planned? That, you know what, you're going to destroy all this so-called CPF, that they mustn't be up there, and then all of a sudden, cable is being stolen. Same place, every month. Again, there's no month that passes that the cable is not going. Is it because the CPF value was destroyed for that purpose? We are told that there's no budget to put a security company up there, but Chris says there's a security company up there now guarding this land grabs here. Why can't Metro Police just take one van, not even many, one, from the mass that are there, just to go up there and sit there for a minute? You see? 064-548-776. Okay, let me see. All right. They must remove security guards from Metro Police offices and deploy them where needed. And I don't understand, why should there be security guards at the police station? How is that possible that we have a security guard guarding the police? Okay. Yeah. If Metro Police can guard Wendy's houses on the mountain, why not guard our infrastructures? Why Defense Force guard their own bases and buildings? I believe someone hire illegal foreigners to steal, knowing damn well they are untraceable. That's one from Anonymous. The other one, Yari. Let me see. Okay, Yari, we don't mind guarding it, but the city needs to pay us. Yeah. So City of Tshwane pay people to go and guard their own cable there, man. And Calvin Abare, it's a 5-minute walk. He was answering that one, which was asking how long does it take for us to walk from the Metropolis to where the cable's always been stolen. And then he says it's a 5-minute walk. There's no capacity, we are told, yet they are guarding Wendy's. We must buy them a guard bike. Yeah. All right, the other anonymous said Metropolis is 300 meters away from the area. They why not drive through for 10 minutes after every hour, but they go to shops with the cars that they set and are said to be unavailable. Metro has asset protection unit. What are they doing? Some of the CPF members are doing wrong things in our area. How do you expect them to protect the area? Like who? Don't say people's names, man. You'll be sued tomorrow. You'll tell them that, hey, accuse me, open against me. Let us, as community, contribute and protect the infrastructure. Finish in Cllr. Yeah. So I was gonna come to that, guys. Sorry. Why can't we do the same as is done Golden Hood and other? Can we not do that? Can not have contribution of every business and every household in Ward 60? Those especially who are affected by this cable theft. That will be Danville up until Danville, Westview, Elandsport, all this area. Because Philip Nell, where the councillor stays, by the way, it does not have load shedding or does not ever had cable theft. He himself told me that I don't know if the cable, like its cable is through the hospital or its cable is special, how much, but they can't get to it. He told me himself. No, I'm not alleging. I'm Kgosi. Yeah. So can't each and every business maybe contribute $100 a month or 150 rand a month, and every household here that we hire private security company to go and put up a structure there, and they guard the place where the cable's always stolen. Can we do that now? Tell me. 064-548-7176. Like what Chris said, you cannot even, they'll say you pointed a firearm. But I think there should be witnesses who can be able to say yes or no, if that occurs. I don't think we should just only be saying, oh, we can't do this because you'll be accused of this. No. Yeah. Let me hear what Chris said.
Kgosi, I also want to inform you about a year ago, we disturbed the people when they were busy stealing cables. They got a small piece out of the ground and that was lying there. We took it to the Philip Nell Metro Police. We got an OB number. We booked that cable in. The next, we were sitting in the rain that evening, guarding that piece where they were busy trying to steal the cable in the rain, waiting for Metro to come there. Eventually, at about 5 o'clock, Metro came there, and Francois, myself, Marianne, Timothy, his wife, we went home to get dry because we had been standing in the rain. Later on that morning, we went there. There was from 3 vehicles down to 1 vehicle. Then after that, we at 12 o'clock, Francois and I went to check because they were waiting for a TLB to close the hole up. And we asked them, what about the cable? And the guy said, no, the cable's gone. That's what they're waiting for now, the cable. So we had stopped them, and while Metro was there, the cable went missing. The cable we booked in by Philip Nell Park also went missing.
Okay, so is there smoke is there fire? Is the Metro Police involved in this cable theft as well? Is there some people in the Metro Police that are involved? Because if you book in a cable, that is a piece that's been left there. And you say, here's the evidence that the cable almost got stolen. And when you ask, where is the piece? He said, no, it's gone. Gone where? Who took it? Who took it? Another anonymous, we don't mind doing that. Then we have to pay less 100 rands Kotswani. All right. So the anonymous says, if we are going to be required to do that, to pay money from households, there should be less 100 rands from utilities in Tshwane. I think Fosi can agree to that. He's the image of utilities. I think he can actually agree to that. I mean, really, we are doing something for ourselves. This morning I was watching this thing, this thing that's coming now in Pretoria, of this extortion mafias that are extorting people, protection fees and whatnot. We'll be discussing this soon on the station. Soon as in like maybe tomorrow, I don't know, I'm not sure, but we'll soon be discussing it here. Where somebody was saying, you know what, the more, even Talinjebo himself, he said the more the state and the police does not act accordingly, the more people become vigilantism and people will take the law in their own hands. So are we going to go there as well in Ward 60 because of this cable theft? Tell me, 064-548-7176, are we really going to go through that route? Because I don't understand why should all the efforts of the community that they are doing for themselves be blocked or stopped because of the law. You can't do this against the law. Because that same law does not help us in anything anyway. I mean, why are other communities be able to do this thing for themselves? Pretoria East, Linwood is not even an estate. Have you ever seen Linwood area? That place has got so many gates like a prison. You go in there, you find the first little Wendy house for ADT in every corner, in every entrance and exit of Linwood, that area, Linwood area. It's like that. From Hanstradom, then now Samuel Matlangu, into Linwood Road, wherever you're going to those suburbs there's gates after gates. If they can do that for themselves, why can we not do the same? Because you're also going to be suffering at the end of the day anyway. I get it. And Okay. Is there a petition to remove a councillor? Maybe somebody can tell me. I'm not asking, I'm not saying we must remove anybody. I'm asking, is there a petition that can be signed that the councillor can be changed or removed and we put somebody else? Or do we have to wait for the local elections to come so that we can be able to vote the person out or what? I don't know. Because, I mean, many of the things here have been complaints about the councillor of the ward. That he has blocked things. He has blocked interventions that we need to have here in Ward 60. So what needs to be done? Maybe somebody with some insight can tell us on 064-548-776 what is happening. But listen, today's your show, man. I'm not going to say much. You're going to talk. Send those voice notes. Send those WhatsApps. Talk to me. 064-548-776. The solution is to choose the new leadership with the interest of Ward 60 people. Anonymous again says that. That's what I'm asking. Jorge. Are we at that stage where now we need to vote somebody? We have to wait to vote somebody out, or can we do that? Again, they can recall the president. So can't we recall a councillor as well? If the councillor is at fault and if the councillor is not doing much and the community does not really feel satisfied with the services that the councillor is giving, can we be able to recall the man? Because he himself said no one can remove him except, I think the council itself. And I don't know if was the council that elected him or is the people of Ward 60 who elected a councillor. Because I don't understand, why should I elect you whereas you're going to be protected by the very things that they didn't elect? You say people who didn't elect the democracy that we have today, who now wants democracy to be done on their terms. Who's now telling us how democracy should work, but they didn't even vote for that. But the people who voted for democracy can't even have the benefits of democracy. It's the same thing. I vote for a councillor, but then I can't remove him. How is that possible? Talk to me. 064-548-776. So today we're talking about the cable that has been stolen on Ward 60 all the time. And up to so far, the feel on the ground for the people of Ward 60 is that the councillor is directly involved. We didn't say he's stealing. We didn't say he's getting involved in the money. We're not saying that. But most of the people who have been talking to us now has been saying same thing over and over again. There was never a cable theft before he became a councillor. It became rife after he became a councillor. He stopped MMC4C from giving interventions in this ward. Somebody said he's going to report MMC for coming to Ward 6 to try to solve the mess. So who's who? Eh? Who's doing what? Talk to me. 064-548-776. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but I think you can still hear me. So thanks so much for taking your time and your data to spend that with us on Kgosi FM, your only choice of radio station. The time is what, 41 minutes after 8. We're going to be until 9:30. So I'm going to talk much. This is your show. Want me to call you? Let me know now on WhatsApp. Call me now and you say this on air. WhatsApp, it's time. And I'm going to talk now to our black residents. This thing of somebody will do it for me, it should stop. Because that's what we are all guilty for, myself included. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. Most of the time, we'll find out there's a leaking pipe somewhere, right? For example, in townships especially. And that pipe will have leaked for a very long time. But the person who's staying just next door to that pipe will always say, no, somebody will report it instead of he himself reporting it. So we should stop that as a black community. That listen, we cannot wait for other people to come and do things for us. We need to do them ourselves. I'm not saying white community are much better. No, you don't know in their circles how they work. But now I'm talking about the experience I had as a black person staying in a township. That all the time it's more of someone must come and do this for me. We must stop that mentality, especially now if you're living in a place like Danville and Westview. It must stop. Hence, I'm saying at the moment, I need to hear different voices talking to me now. Because this is open. It's not a secret. It's not scandal. We are not, because we are talking publicly. I want to hear different voices today. Because it's not nice for certain people to always put their heads on the block, whereas the other people are just quiet and Babara Sako WhatsApp. It doesn't work like that. Let's show our solidarity, all of us, now. 064 548-7176. Arbon, which one? Okay. No. Okay, well, that's where I went. I don't know this one. Let's go to this one. Anonymous. Yes, it's doable. There is what we call motion of no confidence that the ward can submit to the speaker. He's very arrogant. We can remove him with petition and motion of no confidence. Okay, there we go. We at least have a little light from a little light at the end of the tunnel. The tunnel here in Ward 60. We can be able to put up a motion of no confidence on the councillor. How is that done? Somebody tell us. 064-548-7176. Okay, the other one are. Okay, yeah. Not like that people are afraid to report because it needs an account number. Eh? Not like that. People are not like that. People are afraid to report because it needs an account number. Maybe explain to us more, Anonymous, what do you mean? How people are afraid to report because it needs an account number. What account number? The account number that goes to the municipality. What is it? Yeah. Okay, the other one confirms the motion of no confidence, brother. Where do we differ with Orania? If those people in Orania can protect their belongings, then why not us? We can make Ward 60 ungovernable, right? We have a right of motion of confidence, right? Motion of confidence, that's the one that we can put up for the councillor, against the councillor of this ward, or any other councillor doesn't want to do a job that the people are asking him to do. The other one says, let me just go to Chris first.
My personal opinion is we've just gone through a period of where we had state capture, which wasted millions of rands of taxpayers' money. Well, you had state capture, now we have Danville capture, or should I say Ward 60 capture.
Who's the capturers, Chris? Give us names, man. Drop bombs. Who are the capturers? Let's go this one. There's now Ward 60 capture. Okay. Councillor Mpati will not be voted out. There is a petition going around to remove him. Already? Hey, already. There's a petition. Show us. Share with us, please. 064-548-7176. There's a petition going around. Is this a fact or anonymous? Please let me know. Is it a fact or vele? There's a petition going around that we need to remove him. And then we can't wait for 26. It's too far. Cable theft will be worse if we can wait for 2026. That's when local government elections are happening in South Africa. You know, they're not the same as it's not the same as it's not the same thing. It's the same as national government. They come 2 years? Yeah, 2 years after the elections have happened, and then they run 2 years before the term of office can end, something like that. So yeah, so we can't wait for 2026 to vote the man out. We need to vote him out now. So this is 2024. So you still have 2025 and 2020, 2 years to go in office. And then Anonymous says this person is going to, there's going to be now a worse load, but not city, no. It's going to be worse now, cable theft, if he still remains in office. Yeah. Talk to me, 064-548-776. Let's go Kapile to commercial just after this. Just give us a minute. We'll be back just after this. This show is brought to you by Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064-548-7176 or 071-422-8576. Again, the address is 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064-548-7176 or 071-422-8576. 6. Yeah, our sponsors on the medical service and clinic right here on Westview, danville, pretoria, Westman. The place that is hotly in the hot seat today, we're talking about cable theft, which is very rife in our ward. Ward 60 itself, every month there's cable theft happening in this ward. So I'm going to do another announcement again before you can go back to the WhatsApps and go back to you guys. Kgosi FM itself is having a entrepreneur business corner interview every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9:30. Starting this Wednesday, hopefully, I'll be starting with my first companies that have showed interest in that. So this is a biggest platform for you to come and advertise yourself. Talk about your business, tell us what you do in your business, and bring some of your things that you can be able to do to show, and then, like again, come here and sell yourself. All right. So I need 4 businesses that are active in all the business platforms around Ward 60 and anywhere else, maybe Proclamation Hill, wherever you are hearing us from. 4 of you each and every week, each and every Wednesday. Come here, come show what your business is, what your business does. This is the biggest interview because I'm giving you 30 minutes each to showcase your business and then to be able to sell yourself to a potential clients. Remember, Kgosi FM is growing, it's a growing brand, and people are listening now, a lot of them, and you are only on WhatsApp group of business around Ward 60. There are people listening to you us now in the US. There are people listening to us now in Ukraine. There are people listening to us now in Italy, as I'm speaking to you now in England. There are people listening to us now. Holland, yes, I've seen that earlier. Holland, they're listening to us now. So your business can be able to be heard by anybody out there, and they might just be able to put orders through. So 064-548-7076, contact me. What do you want? Come here and talk to me and tell about your business. So the only charge we're going to charge you is 150 for that interview, which is 30 minutes long. Kllr FM and the other radio stations, they charge you 150 for 15 minutes only. We are giving you 30 minutes full to come with your best. Okay, so only 150, man. Come on, 150 is not much. Once off, you do that, you come here, you sit here, and by the way, we are shooting for your WhatsApp, for YouTube, and we are shooting live on Facebook as well. So you want to come here, your business will be in our portals forever. I don't delete anything, it's there. This show today, I'm shooting it for YouTube now, and I'm on live now on my Facebook, which is Kgosi Segongane, and it's going to be there until Facebook decides to crash down or delete everything. But then it's going to be there forever. So, like, remember, what TV stations and radio stations does, they give you an opportunity to come in and advertise, but then after the advertisement has run this, like the time, they take it off, they put in archives, and then it's done. You have to renew the contract again and pay again. So for me, you pay once, you are here, we are talking, you are done, it's there. When you want to make a commercial like what I've just played now, that will be a separate charge, but that we'll talk about after your appearance. So every Wednesday, from this Wednesday, hopefully, we are going to do that. I'm going to put a poster when this show ends that invites you to come in, and then whoever is going to respond to the poster, send me their stuff. You'll see another poster that will show you who's going to be featured on our Entrepreneur Business Corner right here on Kgosi FM every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9:30, 30 minutes each for 4 of you that will be sitting in the studio, giving us and showing us what you are doing. Yeah, let's go back. Where's my song? Oh yes, there we go. All right, let's go back to Cllr. Okay. This one says Magahambe, comrades, Magahambe, Lomuntu Magahambe. Yeah. Like I said, this is your station, Bahaj. This is your station. You need to talk to me today. I'm not gonna say much. I'm just gonna get in and here and there, but it's your station. It's your time. It's you who are supposed to talk to me and tell me what you think. And because we're talking to you about this thing, cable theft, is too much. It's too much. For me, I had to replace 3 motors actually in different fridges here, because we normally have a fridge in the pharmacy, we have a fridge inside that stores other medicine that needs to be in the fridge. So imagine a clinic, meaning if I don't have a generator, I'm going to have to close the clinic because there won't be. I cannot give anybody who needs any medication that needs to be in a fridge anything. Diabetic medication, suppositories that needs to be in and now it's getting very hot. Imagine if the whole day you don't have power and you're running something like what we are running here. That means I have to close until the power comes back because I really cannot give someone, and I have to throw that medicine away because the moment temperature drops on diabetic medicine, Actrapate, Actrafane, and anything else in between, it's compromised. I can't give it to you. It might even kill you or make the sugar kill you more. You understand? So I'm affected as well as a resident of Ward 60 and as a business owner in Ward 60. And that is why I wanted to make this. And again, about the requirements, I thought, no, because we need to have a show like this. And I said, Monday we are doing it. So talk to me, 064 548 7176. I will play another one that came in. Magahambe ka neti. Yes. Magahambe ka neti. Magahambe ka neti shame. At the end of the day, but frustrations that you guys have, I share them because, as I said, I am a member of this community, and truly for me, it's something which you cannot just overlook and say, man, we will see. It doesn't matter. It can be, because at the end of the day, it affects me as well. It affects my business too. That is why it hits home. But I need to be on the fence again. I need to stand on the fence and say, okay, listen, it's your show now. Talk to me. 064 548 7176. All right. And the other one, Ari, the only thing he cares about is cable theft because he is benefiting. Yeah. He's the only thing that he cares about. That is Councillor Party. He's anonymous, says Councillor Party. He only cares about cable theft because he's benefiting from it. Benefiting how, anonymous? Please let us know. 064 548 7176. But I can't get alleged. It's not a fact. It's alleged. Allegedly. Unless we can be able to prove it in court, then it still remains an allegation. Don't forget to put that word allegation behind, because allegation is not a fact that even a court can even take and say, okay, now I'm going to take it to court. Even myself, how can Kgosietsile is allegedly a rapist? I cannot take you to court for that because you said allegedly. It's not a fact. If you say to me, Kgosietsile is a rapist, then I'm going to come after you with everything I have, because you said it as a fact. But then if you said allegedly, he's allegedly benefiting from this thing, it's not a fact. Okay? So to protect us, let's put that word behind. Allegedly benefiting from this thing. Talk to me. 064 548 7176. The other one says, the last one said, Ulari, the only thing that he cares about is cable theft because it's benefiting. Is it true or not? Who supports that statement? Let me know. 064 548 7176. The time has gone. It's almost 4 minutes before 9. 30 minutes time you're leaving this place, man. And then if you want to watch this again and still comment on WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, sorry, Facebook, the video will be there. And if you still want to comment again, on YouTube, I will send you the link when we have uploaded this video for today. All right, so 064 548 776. Talk to me. Tell me, what do you think? Because today we're talking really about the cable being stolen here in Ward 60. Every month there's a cable theft. Ward 60, there's a cable theft, and it's always the same story, and it's always the same place. It's the same place where this cable is taken. Somebody must do something. Somebody must know something. Somebody must do something about this thing, because we cannot be doing this all the time, every time. But as I said, the feeling of this whole conversation has been that the councillor is involved in this thing. The councillor is involved in this thing, and he is he's benefiting from this allegedly, from this whole thing, and is involved allegedly as well, involved in this whole thing. And so allegations. Talk to me. Let's see, where do I have other WhatsApps? Okay. I want to understand one thing. So the councillor was elected 19, 18? Someone please correct me quickly before I continue with my point. because somebody said there was no cable theft before he was elected. So now we're having it every year. I mean, every month ever since then. Because if it's 2019, it's 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24 is the 5th year that he has been a councillor of this ward, if I'm not mistaken. So we've been having the same problem for 5 years. And someone never did anything about it. Yeah. And that motion of confidence, I want to see, maybe someone can send to me, because one of the anonymous says there's a motion of confidence out there for him to leave. Already the petition out, people are busy signing it. There's a motion there's a petition going around to remove him. Yeah. So let's see. All right. Chris says, after listening to the community, Kgosi, can you answer me? We are all called liars, and the committee members are charged for telling the truth. Is this how a councillor should act? Yeah. No, Chris. It cannot be that a councillor should act like this, man. The councillor can't act like that, and the councillor cannot take everybody to court just because they're saying the truth. You know, speaking of this thing, Chris and everyone else who's listening, everyone who have seen over the weekend where we're having this serious discussion over WhatsApp. You know, I was removed from a lot of WhatsApp groups, by the way, by the councillor himself and by other people who support him. And the other person that support him is Karen. I don't even know Karen. I'm going to say her name because I've been talking to her. She doesn't want to speak to me anymore. I don't know why. And somebody sent me a correspondence from her that I am disrespecting the councillor. I don't know how am I doing that by just saying to him, councillor, you cannot answer like that. Tabang, I'm gonna say it. Tabang was asking him that now what about us who are working from home? That our job is dependent on us working. What must you say to our bosses? And then the man answered, Kahori, he's just giving a report. What more does she want him to do? I mean, what must he now do with all this? And I'm like, the councillor, that is not the way you speak, or that's not the councillor's response. You shouldn't be in that council meeting in the first place. You shouldn't be there. You should be here because it's a crisis in your own ward. And I was removed for that from one WhatsApp group. And he responded after that saying that it was his biggest mistake to put me back on that portal. So like Chris is saying, getting charged for speaking the truth. It seems like whenever you are a WhatsApp, what's this thing? A WhatsApp, admin, you've got this power that people can't talk to you. You know, people can correct you, just remove them and delete them, whatever that they're putting out there. That's not leadership. According to me, Chris, that's not leadership. It's just one of those weak things that you cannot stand. Mandela said something to Thabo Mbeki when he was handing over the baton. He said, you know, a real leader will surround himself with people who criticize him, because that's how they sharpen his skills. That's how they make him a true leader. But a weak one will always surround himself with a yes man who will always make him feel good about himself. This woman, Karen, was saying, I am disrespecting the councillor. How am I doing that? By saying to the man, you can't answer like that. That's not how a leader answers. Like, what am I supposed to do? I've given a report. What more must I do? No. You don't. Just keep quiet if you don't have any answer. Simple. Keep quiet. Let it go. It's fine. That is a frustrated member of the community, for goodness sakes. They will vent. But like I told the other committee members who were here, that they were on top of Doraba Tobanti because they know her, not didn't know her, not just knew her when she was coming to the radio station. I said to them, take it to have a thick skin, because that's when they are sharpening up for greatness. But somebody who cannot take criticism, who can't take correction, and just remove. I mean, if you remove me from a committee portal, what the hell are you saying? And what the hell are you doing? Are you trying to? I asked this woman, who sent you to silence him? Because she took me out from the discussion group. I asked her why. She said the things I post there. I'm like, I'm even giving Chris our posters for discussions like this one, and he posts them there. So if she says the things that I post in the group are not relevant to the group, which ones? She said she sent me a link again. I must go in there, but she changed the settings of how I can. So I'm not in that group anymore. The other one, there was 60 whatever service delivery. I was there and I was taken out by the councillor himself. just because somebody says I disrespect him, I don't know how am I disrespecting a leader of a community. He's not a king. He's an elected member. You are elected. You are elected to come and serve the community. That is your job. That is your first and foremost job. If there's a crisis in the community, you attend that crisis first. That meeting in there of the ANC, it was about removing the mayor, it was even postponed. It never went through. Some of the people who were supposed to join the ANC and the EFF were held back. XNSA, Barking SNSA said they were going to go ahead. What's this one? SEDP said they're not going to do this. They're not going to do the motion of confidence. So it was a waste of time. The whole day we're here in the darkness. The councillor is sending us a video of himself in the council. And then we are here in dark. And he comes later on 5 and he tells us that, listen, the cable can't be put on the truck because there was no truck. That's why it took so long. And when I said to him, councillor, you are supposed to be here on the ground with your people, I was removed. So, like I was just saying this to just to put like onto what Chris says about community members being charged for telling the truth. Yes, and people feeling so mighty and so powerful that they are admins of WhatsApp groups, and they remove a community member in a service WhatsApp group because you cannot be told. And my question, like I've always been saying even earlier, people who are in that group, why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? You are complicit as well. You are quiet when somebody stands up to speak for all of you and this person gets punished in a way. And you keep quiet. Why just remove yourselves as well? In solidarity. It's the same thing as us Africans when you what you go through in a taxi. No? A driver will drive like a maniac on the road. 30 of us, or how many seaters are in the taxi? 30 what? One person will speak, the rest will keep quiet. And the taxi driver will be rude to the person who has been speaking, and they remove him, and he will even stop the car, remove, and the other ones will keep quiet. So that's what is happening now in most of these WhatsApp groups in West 60. You can see that like this person is standing and saying, no, but this cannot be. And results again, he's taken out. He's taken out, and then the rest of them still stays and keep quiet. Hence, I said earlier, I'm not going to talk much. This is your show today. You're going to talk. Don't just complain on WhatsApp. Come talk to me now here. 064 548 7176. Who's sending this? Oh, let me go to this one first. Kgosi, we as the community of Ward 60 need to stand up. Our area is being destroyed in our eyes. Exactly. It cannot be business as usual. Council does not do anything. All he knows is to pose for pictures at councillor and post on TikTok while we have no electricity without update until one community member tells us that the cable theft is cable theft, and he says it's fault. Yeah, because even this one, I tend to agree with you and Anonymous. His first engagement was it was fault. He was still in council that time when he said to us, it's a fault thing, they're testing, it will be back. Then Jiggy, he comes here 5 o'clock, what 60? It's a cable theft, 20 meters is gone. Hence I said to him, you're not supposed to be there. If he wasn't there in the first place, he could have known that this was not a fault, a faulty cable that will just be adjusted and then damn, electricity is back. He would have known that this was a cable theft of 20 meters. 20 meters long, being taken by people with hands, but then it takes the whole day for one to be loaded on a truck is insurance to come here and replace the one that we can have lights like we have in now. Okay, let me go to another WhatsApp. 064 548 7176. It says what? Let me see. Okay. He even lied about the cable theft until we called director at Forseg. It was the director who told us about the theft. Yeah. When was that? Please elaborate further. The other one says, how much? Okay. It says, hi. Oh, this one is for the clinic. It's fine. It passed there. I'll talk to him now. Okay, Calvinari, pure arrogance. I think the simple thing to teach someone a lesson is to remove them as counselor. They will come down to earth. Yeah, they said there's a petition already when Calvin going around asking him to be removed and stuff. Yeah, so let's see how far and how and where that one goes. And another one, he always say we are switching on or testing. Yeah, I suka counselor. Yeah, all right. It's the platform is here. The platform is here. The platform is no. Yeah. The platform is open for you guys. Hey, 064548 Rafeta Skali 7976. Please talk to us, man. Vent. You want me to call you? Let me know. I'll give you a call gladly, and you can register your dissatisfaction here on the ward. So, and let me see. Calvin just sent me a photo. Counselors are supposed to be able to help people in their ward or get someone to help them. Yeah. What he said to me in the council party was, if I can't find him, I can talk to Rakabe. Rakabe is the councillor for 3. You know, he was here. I can talk to Rakabe. So I don't know how Rakabe knows about this thing, about this, about this cable theft. And then let me see what Calvin says. Communities can bring almost every complaint to the councillor. They are supposed to know almost everything about the functioning of the 3 spheres of government, from local, provincial, and national. Councillors are supposed to help people. If not, and then they should refer them to someone who will be able to help them, he said. Yeah, so I suppose that if you don't know anything, please send it to the person who would know who else can help us and be able to take us out of a crisis. One thing I understand is that a councillor is like a father of a house. We can't expect a councillor, a father of the house, to ask the next door father to sort the mess of his house or to discipline his own kids. The father of a house must know what to do. That's how then it can go to the elders of the household if the father cannot sort out the mess. If it's between the wife and him, he can call the in-laws and say, Bakhechu, the person who gave me to marry is doing this and that, so help. Then he can be able to help out as well. If it's anything else, if it's the kids, whatever, he can call his peers in the family. Say, listen, guys, can you please come and help me sort this mess out? But he does not just sit there and says, I don't know nothing. Unfortunately, I don't know nothing. The other one, he must remember that Councillor 4C is the MMC of utility, and he has a right to be there. So, like I asked earlier, guys, is the MMC above a councillor, right? So MMC can come to a ward without informing the councillor, and he can do what he has to do that has to be done without any repercussions. Is there? Yes or no? And who said that they are going to report MMC? To who? Like, who's above MMC? The speaker or the what's this thing? The speaker or the chief whip of the party? And how are we going to report it? Oh, listen, Fosi came to do a job, and the council didn't like it, and all of a sudden now Fosi said wrong. Is that how is it? And then what's going to happen to Fosi? Well, now Fosi don't go to Ward 60 anymore unless Mpati says yes. Is that how it works in politics or in this thing? Someone talk to me, 064548 let me see. Okay. Calvin Boromele Ngwari. Councillors are supposed to meet with those in their wards at least once per quarter to give them feedback about issues they raise and the decisions taken during council meetings. Yeah, we are waiting for this one that comes, and then and say there's never feedback. We are waiting for this one to come back, and then yeah, to tell us what happened to Brother King. What happened to the feedback that we had a meeting with last time? We had a meeting last time, so we need that feedback. Then Chris is saying ANC Gauteng sweep nearly complete. Okay, and there's the answer. It's actually a link to an article. Let me see. Okay, African National Congress in the ANC in Gauteng has steadily reclaimed mayoral seats across various municipalities in the province, and they have not done it yet. Okay, it's just a business tag link. Talk to me, Chris. Why are you sending me this? What is your speculation about this thing? Let's see. Calvinari. Request the MEC to remove councillor from office. MEC. Which one? Which MEC can be asked to Calvin to remove this the councillor? That maybe we can be able to maybe to contact them and then ask, because you know what, we cannot be having complaints after complaints after complaints about the one person, and then we there's nothing being done about it, and then we are always told as citizens that no, wait for elections to come, so the damage can be done for 2, 3, 4 years coming until we are still waiting. You know, we're still waiting for elections to come to remove this person. And then respect Dololo. He must go to Councillor Rambau at Riceville for mentoring classes. The old man has been there since 94 to date. He delivers to the community. He knows Batopele principle. Yeah. You know, sometimes in sometimes in life it's nice to listen to people, guys, and to hear what people are saying, and you take it on the chin. If it's, you know, if you're a leader, you're a boss. There's a difference between a boss and a leader, right? A leader will always be in front, leading the pack. The boss will send the troops out, and so go, I'll be behind you. You understand? Not all of us are born to be leaders, by the way. And not all of us are born to be, you know, to be in those positions of leadership, because we can't handle them, unfortunately. Sometimes we do things, you know, the same thing as all these nursing jobs, doctor, you know, police. Those are callings. You do them because of the love, the passion that you have for the community and the people. You do it for that. But then if you're going to do it for the paycheck and for whatever that comes, the perks that comes with it, hence in the middle of that, you cannot even do it anymore, because you were never called for that. You apply for a job and they got it for you. For councillors and for anybody in political leadership, it goes like this. The people have elected you, brother or sister. The people have elected you, not your party. Whether your party deployed you there or not, the fact is that your photo was in the posts saying, for Ward 60 we need Councillor Mpati, for example. Ward 60 we need Chris Stradom, for example. And you went around campaigning that you'd be elected. You didn't campaign the ANC offices. You campaigned on everybody, whether they are Free Forum, whether they are DA, whether they are whatever. But you're campaigning on the residents of this ward. So your first responsibility is for the ward, not for the party. Hence, people made a lot of noise, not understanding how Jacob Zuma put his saying party before state. They didn't understand that, you know. And the very same ANC apologized for that, saying no, it's the country first and the party later. But now what we're seeing is we're seeing the party first and the country later. We might not understand the integrity, you know, the inner workings of how municipality work. But I want to believe one thing. ANC has a lot of people in council. If one member is absent, and not because he's sick or he's drunk, but he's fighting a crisis that the people who elected him are facing, I don't think they have a problem. You know, that's what I was saying to him in that message, and then I was booted out of the group because of that. Yeah. Okay, so Chris says people up there are protecting the council. All right. Let me see if I've got another WhatsApp that I can go through. Because 17 minutes past after 9. Soon we'll be leaving. Soon we'll be leaving, and then if you want us to do this again, let us know on 064548. You want us to do number 2 of this show again, we can, if maybe you haven't voiced it out yet. But I'm going to appeal to you guys of what 60. Sorry about that. Like I said earlier, this is your platform. It's your chance now to stand up and say, listen, we can't do this anymore. But this thing of us hiding behind other people, That's what gets people into trouble. That's what whistleblowers are not there anymore, because whistleblowers, they put their heads on the block. I'm putting my head on the block as we speak. And I'm going to do it because I love this community, you know. But it's so draining and it's so disheartening to see that when you stand up and speak, everybody else keep quiet and sit down. You know, and that, like I mentioned earlier, the example of the WhatsApp groups that I was removed from. I'm not saying follow me. I'm not a leader. I'm not saying follow me. I'm saying, but what I said there was to defend a community member who was being answered as if someone was just fallen from a tree. And I said, but that's not how a counselor speaks. And everybody who's still in that group today, who was still sitting in that group today, seeing what was happening and did nothing about it. There's a saying, Isaac, evil prospers or becomes big when good man does nothing. You're complicit as well. Shame, by the way. Or you're complicit. You are encouraging this nonsense to happen. Somebody said, you know what? We should actually, all of us, remove ourselves from these groups. Let him stay alone. Because you cannot expect to be a dictator and not be told anything as a counselor. There is no way. I asked him myself, listen, counselor, the radio station is here. Come every now and then and update your people. I said, no, I'm too busy. My people find me in portals. When we find him there, he removes us from those portals. You know, he does. He did for me. He did. And there are people who are actually protecting him, who actually work with that. Some other admins who are in those groups, who are doing the same, perpetuating the same thing. Like I was said, when I disrespect somebody, I'm disrespecting him. I'm like, how am I doing that? What am I supposed to do? Must you be quiet if things are not going well because you don't want to be labeled as disrespectful? And how the hell a 45-year-old myself disrespect? I'm sure Cousin Ampati is younger than me. And I was not even insulting him. I was not calling him names. I was just saying, but that way, a leader does not answer like that. A leader will take each and every criticism and keep quiet and go and do a good job for people not to ever again criticize him. That's a leader. But a boss will never take it from a subordinate. Again, you're up there anymore. Now, you're no longer down here with as the peasants. So no one can tell you nothing. Hence, you can be able to say, no one can remove me. Only an act of counsel maybe, or the speaker or whatever can remove me. So the very people you are begging to elect you are nothing until the next election date. Typical of each and every politicians that we see in churches at the time of elections. After that, they are gone. Don't even know where they are. So it's up to you, what 60 people, to stand up, and everywhere else to stand up and say, this is not going to happen in our community anymore. We elect bad leaders and we let them become leaders still because we perpetuate and we let them do that. We let them stay in there for 5 years. 5 years is a long time to everything to get damaged. 5 years, it's a long time. And if you don't stand up and say, this cannot be done anymore, I'm telling you now, we'll always complain in WhatsApp groups. Always complain hiding ourselves and then, all these things. And nothing works. And then the person will sit there arrogantly, no one can remove me. Shame. I know for a fact. Only the speaker of the council maybe, or only the chief whip or whatever act of council can remove a councillor. Then next time, let them, the ones who are be able to have the power to remove this person, be the ones who will be able, who will be voting him in. He mustn't come in. No one must come and campaign. That's why ANC members were chased away by other people before the elections. We're going to campaign. They were chased away because people are tired. You come only to see us whenever there's votes. But when the votes goes away, you are up there. You are arrogant. You don't want to be told anything. You are busy. You are this high and mighty person nowadays. Now, if Fiesta comes down, all of a sudden, this person now comes down and talk to me, wants to wash. Remember when they made Taumbek to wash the washing? That's a beautiful one. Some lady said, hey, you want me to vote for you? Help me wash my washing. And Taumbek, no, he was actually building. Sorry, he was building. Yeah, he was building, helping people build this brick house with these block bricks. He was building, and the other one was made to washing. And the people took a TikTok video and said, look, how desperately they want our votes. They'll even come in here and wash and clean my house. If vote there, they are gone. And you can't even get hold of them. You can't even talk to them in any shape or form. it's a pity that we're in this mess at the moment, and it's a pity that we're in now, having to talk like this on radio stations, voicing our deepest opinion, our deepest not regrets, but our deepest painful opinions about somebody that we thought this person would be up there and you were supposed to be best. Now I was not satisfied what happened, got about cable theft, especially this one. I was not. Hence I took it upon myself to talk to him. And you know what's the consequence again. Let's see what Chris says on WhatsApp. Chris Yare, at the vote for councillor, no one in Ward 16 knew who the councillor of this at the vote for councillor, no one in Ward 60 even knew who the councillor was going to be in the ANC party. We all thought it could be Mr. Pillay. Ne? Ask the community if they even know the councillor before he was voted in. Did you guys know councillor party before he was voted in into being councillor? Talk to me now. Our fates are in what? In 7 minutes, we are done. Talk to me. Did you know councillor party? Did he come and campaign? Was his picture all over the place asking you guys to vote for him or what? Or was he imposed on you by the ANC? They tried to do that in 2016, remember? When they changed Putla from Biramukopa from being a mayor. And then what happened was they tried to impose Tokodidiza on us here. I remember that dinner, they held it in Innovation Hub. I was there. A business dinner for small business in Tshwane. That's when I was starting the clinic, I remember. I was there, and Tokodidiza was giving a very beautiful speech, and everybody was there. It was nice. They have a very nice buffet after that. And they did impose, they wanted to impose Tokodidiza on us. 2016, they lost the metros. Remember, so I want to understand that, did Councillor Mpati ever campaigned in this community and say, listen guys, vote me in? Did you even know who he was? Who was campaigning here to say vote for me? Is his response that no one can remove him stem from that because he never campaigned in this ward and then he was just parachuted here or what? Okay, the other one, Calvinari, let him send you screenshots of his campaign or posters of back then. We don't know him. He is an imposter. Anyone else? Tell me. Rafa's in 5 minutes time. 064-548-776. Is he an imposter? Did you ever hear him coming? So how did you become a councillor of Ward 60? People didn't even know you. I hope that he's listening to us and then he will be able to tell me. Maybe we can do part 2 of this thing. Yeah, because today I wanted to give you a chance to vent on your own that maybe I don't know, not tomorrow, maybe Thursday, we can continue with this topic again and then we'll try to invite him to ask him to come in and answer to all this. Possibly he will do that and then we'll be able to get answers going forward again. Yeah. Kgosi FM 064-548-776. Our affairs are now in a few minutes. We'll be out of this place. But I really want to encourage you guys. So, you know what? Whenever there's a call like this for community meeting, this is actually a community meeting, what we're having today. Participate. Don't say they'll speak for me. Don't say somebody else will do it for me. Participate. Things go bad because you are quiet. Evil triumphs when good men do nothing. Okay? That's a very, very beautiful English saying. Evil triumph when good men do nothing. So this is your chance to be able to stand up and say, this cannot be done. We need to teach him a lesson. Even the incoming, one should learn a lesson. But this is very disrespectful. ANC will lose more votes. I hope they're listening, they don't learn. I don't know him. I heard he was parachuted from Mamelodi allegedly, and he does not even own a property. He is renting, hence he does not care about property value. Yeah. That's another resident of Ward 60. All this, can you prove our own one man himself, and he'll tell us or yes or what. But then some things I look alleged. If he was parachuted from Mamelodi, he was parachuted from Mamelodi. So ANC imposed him to Ward 60. Yeah, maybe that's why we're having all these problems, because the men, it's the same as Kohai, Northwest. Let me tell you what happened in Northwest in a few seconds. Northwest, they had Mbata. I just forgot his first name. He was the MMC of health there. The man closed our district hospital, ne? That was servicing our township, it was saying, and all the other villages around, Pudibe, Sheila, Smokpan. He closed it down. And the hospital now, if you pass by Mafiken Road from Lichtenberg, you can see on your left, it's now came out of J. It just dilapidated walls, few walls still standing. And the man was catapulted from Eastern Cape, I believe. He's Gwen Mantasha's nephew, something like that, to Mafikeng. And often people are saying, why do we get imposed by leaders that are from somewhere else? And the question was, and somebody was trying to say, but then we cannot say people can serve in what because they are from Amga. No. Let's look at other provinces in South Africa. KZN, I will never go there as Motswana. I can speak Zulu fluently, but I can't go there and be a mayor amongst the Zulus. I don't even know their culture. I see it on TV. I don't even know anything. But Northwest Province, everybody who is a reject of ANC from here is being thrown there. Northwest at the moment, every contractor and every company working this from Limpopo. None of them are local. There's a lot of local companies around, but most of them are from Limpopo because people who are there are from Limpopo. When the term finishes, they go back to Limpopo and leave Northwest as it is. Hence, that province is the poorest, and we have platinum because of such things of being catapulted from somewhere else, being pursued from another place to come here, without knowing the people of this place. Because I don't understand one thing. I remember when I was still working in hospital. I remember I was still a student in Harankua, and when they closed the laundry department there and they hired Masakan, who was effing up that place laundry so much. And I remember the CEO was catapulted from somewhere else, a political appointee as well. And I asked her, why can't you just upgrade the matrons who have been in this hospital for years? Who knows all the patients? Who knows ins and outs of the hospital? Why can't you just take them and put them as CEOs? Why do you have to bring somebody who knows nothing about hospital to become its CEO? We took out, remember I was in there how, we took out one here in Attersville who had 90 students from H.G. Lawrence, but he still advertised 90 posts of nurses when he had 90 students from a government institution working there as ComServe. They finished their ComServe for 2 years. They are now just working because they have no placement. The man goes ahead and advertise, externally, 90 posts of nurses. Mokalafo. Having 90 nurses serving ComServe. Finish their ComServe. Now, government is paying people who doesn't have placement, but the man goes out and makes an advertisement of 90 posts for nurses, external, not even internal. If you wanted to do it, you could just done internally. People don't even have to apply. You absorb them into the system. That's what happens when you take someone from somewhere else and you bring them to a place that he's not even knowing the place. He's not even resident of the place. He doesn't know nothing of that place. And then you just parachute him, boom, in there. You see? So, the power is in your hands. There is always, there's this picture that it's a big table, a big monopoly table. There are people sitting around. There might be the leaders, players of that monopoly. But the table doesn't have legs. The table has people holding that monopoly on their backs. And the saying that says, if only the people under this monopoly table would know the power they have, if all of them can just stand up, all of them, they just stand up, they will realize what power they have. So it's up to the community, every community, it's up to you to stand up and say, this cannot be done anymore. Don't be afraid, man. We are all going to go through something, somewhere, somehow. Don't be afraid. We are here to talk the truth and nothing else but the truth. All the complaints have been about the Council of the Ward. I hope that you'll have a right of reply soon and tell us why are people complaining about him so much. And I'm going to encourage you that whenever we get him on the line again, like we did last time, don't disappoint me like we did last time. All this fire must come back the same it is. And if he doesn't come back, then we all feel willing victims. And I'm going to give up as well. I'm putting my head on the block every time. But then whenever the chance comes for us to do something about something like this, people just keep quiet. But I know, and I do have faith in what 60 people, because what they've done with the land invasion is beautiful. We have stood as one, and I believe we can do the same thing again on this one. You know, it's up to you to say enough is enough. We cannot have this anymore. If it comes to a push that you need to hire a security company, Chris has one. We hire those people. AfriForum is here as well. If they need funds, they should tell us. They should just bring their people to go and patrol there. Because that will save us a lot of money from buying appliances that get burned every time there's this cable theft going on. How do people dig 20 meters of cable? How many hours did it take? And they don't even get detected or be seen. How is that possible? 20 meters is a long thing, gents. And a huge cable, not something like, this on this mic of mine. A huge thing. How do they cut it? Because when they cut, lights goes off. How? 20 meters is a long cable, boys. It's a long cable. 20 meters of a huge cable that supplies this whole place with electricity like it is today now. But every month it gets taken from the very same spot. Hey? The very same spot. Every month. Same spot. Not different spots. Same spot. And nobody does nothing about it. Nobody in leadership of this world does nothing about it. When the bigger leaders comes and try to come with interventions, the very leader of this world blocks them. Then the very leader comes back and says, once again, I'm thinking of having a petition to the council to get this thing here. Whereas this thing was already suggested way back, and he himself blocked it and said, no. You can't come to my territory without telling me. That's not a leader, that's a boss. A leader will appreciate each and every help that they get everywhere else. That's a leader. I'm here. I own all this whole thing. But if somebody comes, AD comes here and work with me in Kgosi FM, I will take his counsel. Say, Kgosi man, how about we do this? How about we do this? Yes, I'll listen to him because I want to grow. Because I'm a leader. I'm not a boss. I'm a boss. I owned, yes. But for me to be able to go up there, I'm going to take counsel from other people. I'm going to have, I'd rather have a partner, in life, in home, that criticizes me and says, listen, babes, I am more by than the one who's always saying, hey, Daddy, you are fine. Daddy, when my husband, you are very perfect. That's the one right you. She wants to see me fail one day and say, hey, I didn't know what to say. I had to make you happy. So that goes to every leader, eh? Leader, whatever that you want to be, a leader, a counselor, whatever. Just know that you're not up there because of your own efforts. You might have been deployed by your party to a place that you even know. Your first job was to humble yourself with people that you don't know and talk to them at their level. And just don't be arrogant and say, I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn. I don't care. You can't remove me anyway. It cannot be. Okay? Oh, Chris, last time I wrote in Fanaka.
Kgosi, you're also forgetting about the joke of our area. The joke was on one certain day, one of the mini transformers blew. Then they stole a piece of cable. While they were fixing it that evening, about 150 meters from where they were fixing it, they stole another 60 meters of cable. 150 meters away from where they were standing, fixing it while they were doing videos going through to the community.
Yeah. See? I don't know, man. I don't know. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. Imagine that. I always say this in a political group. They know what 60 political discussion group. When there's fire, when there's smoke, there's always fire. So somebody must talk to us now and tell us what's going on, and let's end this thing amicably. It's fine. I'll give the councillor's right of reply on Thursday, I believe. I'll ask him tomorrow if he can be part of the show. And then if he is, then yeah. I'll put up a post over so you'll know, guys, that it's happening. So yeah. I don't know. Should we end the show now? Because it's late already. Yeah. But thank you so much for taking part into the show. I really appreciate it. And I know that we've got resilient women and men in this world, man. You know, I know that we do have people that really have the love of community in this world. But I'm going to stress one thing again. Do not be one of those who says, somebody will do it for me. No. Voice your opinion. Say it out loud. Don't be afraid. Speak power to truth. Stand up and say, this is not going to happen in my ward. You know, you mustn't say, nah, man, you know, councillors come and go, guys. Remember, they come and go. He will be gone, but after 5 years, he'll be gone. And a new one will come. And that new one will have to now, you know, start this and that or whatever. The new one, and he himself ends there, and then the new one comes. They're not staying for long. They're not judges. You know? But then community stays forever. Community does not go anywhere. Community stays. So it's up to you to stand and say, listen, this is not going to happen anymore. It has to stop now. Okay? So thank you again for taking your time and your data to be with us in Kgosi FM. The time is what? 9 minutes after 9. 10 minutes late. You know, thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much, Calvin. And thank you all my anonymous people that have spoken, because Baba never can mention their names. They're not afraid. And I know they won't mind if I mention their names. Calvin and Chris, always, thanks, guys, for being the anchor of this thing. You know, that you speak. And the reason why these two are so vocal, because they are vocal. Do not ever complain, or hey, we're giving two people too much chance because you do. Whenever we have this thing public, you don't say anything. So they themselves are gonna say it. I'm not gonna stop them and say, "Oh shit, Calvin, don't come in today because people are coming." No, I'm gonna give them a chance, and I'm gonna give them another reply anywhere, anytime, anyhow. This is Kgosi FM, and it's its own choice of radio station. It's up to you to use us as you want us fit, especially if it's for the betterment of the community. Have a good night. We love you so much. Yeah. The new song can hear in the background again. Hallelujah. Next time you hear this song, know that you're coming in. Don't be again surprised and say, "Oh, Jehovah, they're not yet in," because the intro song is no longer that we know of. No, I've changed it because this one says, "Call for rain." Yeah. Let's pray for rain in Ward 60. I love you so much, guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.